Hey there, it's me, John Cena. I'm super excited to introduce you to some of my amazing friends today. We've got a lot of fun and adventure lined up, so let's dive right in. I'm here with my buddies, Bronx Bot and Captain N. These two are not just any ordinary friends, they are extraordinary in every sense of the word. Bronx Bot is a cutting-edge AI from the Bronx, and Captain N is a master gamer with unparalleled skills. Bronx Bot is a super smart AI from the Bronx. He's got jokes. Seriously, this robot can crack you up with his witty one-liners and clever comebacks. But that's not all. Bronx Bot is also incredibly intelligent and always ready to lend a helping hand. Captain N is a video game master. He's got skills. Whether it's navigating through the toughest levels or defeating the most challenging bosses, Captain N makes it look easy. His reflexes are lightning fast, and his strategic thinking is off the charts.
BronxBot was working on a new invention. It was a portal. This wasn't just any portal. It was designed to transport us to different dimensions and worlds. The possibilities were endless, and the excitement was palpable. Captain N was helping him. Together, they made an unstoppable team, combining BronxBot's technological prowess with Captain N's problem-solving skills. They worked tirelessly, fine-tuning every detail to ensure the portal was perfect. We were all hanging out, having fun. The lab was filled with laughter and camaraderie as we brainstormed ideas and shared stories. It was a perfect blend of work and play, making every moment enjoyable. And then we decided to test the portal by exploring the world of Minecraft. Imagine stepping into a game and experiencing it firsthand. The blocky landscapes, the endless possibilities for creation and adventure. It was like nothing we had ever seen before. We built, we explored, and we had the time of our lives. This was just the beginning of our incredible journey together.
Whoa, a portal! Suddenly the portal lit up. It started buzzing and spinning. We were scared, but also excited. The portal was ready.
I told BronxBot and Captain N to hold on tight. I put my arm around them. We jumped into the portal. It felt like flying through a rainbow.
When we opened our eyes, we were in a new place. It was called Preservation69. Everything was different here. The sky was purple, the trees were blue.
Preservation69 was like Earth 2. It was a mystery. We were ready for an adventure. I could feel it in my gut.
We needed to explore this place. Lucky for us, I had my trusty flying sphere. It's super fast and comfy. We all hopped in.
BronxBot sent funny emojis from his watch. Captain N sang us video game songs. We laughed and had a blast. It was awesome. We landed in a city called Missoula. It was a quaint little place nestled in the mountains with a charm that seemed to belong to another era. The air was crisp and the streets were lined with trees that whispered secrets of the past. As we walked through the town, we couldn't help but feel a sense of wonder and curiosity. What adventures awaited us in this seemingly ordinary place? But this wasn't a normal city. There was something magical about it, something that made it stand out from any other place we had ever visited. The buildings had an almost whimsical quality, with rooftops that seemed to dance in the sunlight and windows that sparkled like the eyes of a mischievous sprite. It was as if the city itself was alive, breathing and pulsing with an energy that was both enchanting and mysterious.
The people here were bear people. Yes, you heard that right. They were bears, but not just any bears. These were anthropomorphic bears, walking on two legs, dressed in human clothes, and going about their daily lives just like any other city dwellers. It was a sight to behold, and we couldn't help but stare in amazement. How did this come to be? What kind of world had we stumbled into? They looked like people but talked like bears. Their voices were deep and rumbling like the growl of a bear, yet their words were clear and articulate. It was a strange and fascinating combination, and we found ourselves drawn to their conversations, trying to understand their way of life. They communicated with a mix of human language and bear-like sounds, creating a unique and captivating form of expression.
The bear people needed our help. They were facing a crisis, and we were the only ones who could assist them. Their stables, where they kept their livestock and supplies, were in a state of disarray. The bears were strong and capable, but they needed an extra pair of hands to get things back in order. We couldn't turn our backs on them, not when they were in such dire need. Their stables were a mess. Hay was scattered everywhere, tools were strewn about, and the animals were restless. It was clear that the bears had been struggling to keep up with the demands of their daily chores. We knew we had to step in and lend a hand to bring some semblance of order to the chaos that had taken over their lives.
We rolled up our sleeves and got to work. It wasn't going to be easy, but we were determined to make a difference. We gathered our tools and set to work, each of us taking on a different task. Some of us cleaned the stalls, while others organized the tools and supplies. It was a team effort, and we knew that together we could accomplish anything. We cleaned and stacked hay. It was hard, back-breaking work, but we didn't mind. There was something satisfying about seeing the stable slowly transform from a chaotic mess into a well-organized space. The bears watched us with gratitude in their eyes, and we knew that our efforts were making a real difference in their lives.
It was hard work, but we did it. We worked side by side with the bears, learning from them and teaching them in return. It was a true collaboration, a coming together of two different worlds. By the end of the day, the stables were clean and organized, and we were exhausted but proud of what we had accomplished.
We met the leader of the bear people. His name was Bear Bud. He was a wise and kind leader, with a presence that commanded respect. He wore a simple yet dignified outfit, and his eyes sparkled with intelligence and warmth. Bear Bud welcomed us with open arms, thanking us for our help and inviting us to share a meal with his people. He was a cool dude. Bear Bud had a great sense of humor and a genuine interest in getting to know us. He shared stories of his people's history and culture, and we found ourselves captivated by his tales. It was clear that Bear Bud was not just a leader, but a friend to all who knew him. He thanked us for our help. Bear Bud's gratitude was heartfelt, and we could see how much our efforts meant to him and his people. It was a humbling experience, and we felt honored to have been able to make a difference in their lives. He said we were true friends. Bear Bud's words touched our hearts, and we knew that we had formed a bond that would last a lifetime. The bears had welcomed us into their world, and we had become a part of their community. It was a magical experience, one that we would never forget. I invited you all to brunch.
These berries, fish, and honey are delicious.
Let us tell you stories about our lives.
Wow, we learned so much.
After brunch, we said goodbye to our new friends. We promised to visit them again soon. We hopped back into my super sphere. It was time for more adventures.
We played games and had so much fun. The night was filled with laughter and excitement as we explored the vibrant casino. The lights were dazzling and the sounds of the machines created an electrifying atmosphere. We tried our luck at various games, from classic arcade machines to high-stakes poker tables. Each game brought its own thrill and challenge, making the experience unforgettable. Bronxbot won a giant teddy bear at the claw machine. It was a moment of pure joy and celebration. The claw machine was one of the highlights of the night, with its bright lights and enticing prizes. Bronxbot's skill and determination paid off, and the giant teddy bear became a symbol of our fun-filled adventure. We couldn't stop laughing and cheering as he held up his prize triumphantly. Captain N got lucky at the slot machines. The excitement was palpable as the reels spun and finally landed on the winning combination. The lights flashed, and the sound of coins pouring out was music to our ears. Captain N's face lit up with joy, and we all gathered around to celebrate his big win. It was a moment of sheer exhilaration that added to the magic of the night. It was a night to remember. How cool is that? The energy in the casino was infectious, and we found ourselves swept up in the excitement. We danced, we cheered, and we made memories that will last a lifetime. The colorful lights and lively music created a festive atmosphere that made us feel like we were in a dream. Every corner of the casino had something new and exciting to offer, and we embraced it all with open arms. Welcome, here's your room key and a bag of candy. The hospitality at the casino hotel was top-notch. The receptionist greeted us with a warm smile and handed over our room keys along with a delightful bag of candy. It was a sweet gesture that made us feel right at home. The rooms were luxurious and comfortable, providing the perfect retreat after an exhilarating night of games and fun. We flew to a giant casino shaped like a dice. It was amazing. The architecture was stunning, and the design was unlike anything we had ever seen. The casino's unique shape added to the sense of wonder and adventure. As we approached, the lights of the casino twinkled like stars, creating a magical ambiance. Inside, the futuristic decor and innovative games transported us to a world of fantasy and excitement. It was truly a one-of-a-kind experience that left us in awe.
We went back to our room.
We ate candy and talked about our adventures.
Preservation69 was an amazing place. We couldn't wait to see what tomorrow would bring. We fell asleep, dreaming of purple skies, blue trees, and friendly bear people. We knew this was just the beginning of our adventures.
The next morning, it was time to go home.
We said goodbye to Preservation69 and all our new friends. We promised to visit again soon.
We jumped back into the portal and returned home. We were tired, but happy. We had so many stories to tell. Preservation69 will be back.